What's up, everybody? Listen, guys, I am so excited. We are live today. I want y'all to come in. I say this every time on Facebook. I need to see somebody in Facebook to say hello before I get going. So I'm going to give y'all a second to get on in. I have a special guest today, and I'm so excited that she said yes. She's so busy. But she finds time for her friend, and so that I definitely appreciate. So I can't wait for her to jump on. In the meantime, I need y'all to get on and say hello to me. I see some people on, but I need y'all to say hello so I can say hello back. I'm gonna bring Instagram in. But in the meantime, I will be sharing it. I ask if you on Facebook, go ahead and share it. Let me make it public for those that are getting on. But yes, we are live. For those that are getting on live YouTube, if you're on my YouTube live, America's Big Sister, I should say, YouTube live, please subscribe. Yes, come on, here we go. We're going to edit this privacy and make it public. There we go. So we have had an amazing time so far through these lives. I've been doing this countdown. Good afternoon, Eve. Thank you. We've been doing this countdown towards Giving Tuesday, and people know I've just been saying gear up to Giving Tuesday. But I try to make sure that on the call that we don't specifically just talk about that, but we talk about why we give. And I'm hoping that I'm gearing some of you guys up so y'all can be blessed because you're finding a way to give back in this season. Whether it be my organization, any organization, but that you are gearing up to take advantage of the principle of life, right? And what seeds you sow and the harvest that you reap, right? It's a principle, right? And so I'm excited because, again, I tell people I'm good ground and so on. But before we go all into that, I tell you that the first few minutes, though, I want to encourage you as I try to do all the time. Every time I get a chance, people know to call me is to be encouraged, right? Because that's all I got. That's all I got. And so, as your encourager on today, as the person that's trying to gear you up to get going on today, I need y'all to know this, right? This is going to be, if anything, memory, anything you need to keep up. Alexa, turn down because I'm gonna have my backup. My backup is not the song; it's gonna be the word today. So it says, "Indeed, nothing in all creation will ever be able to separate us from the love of God." Yesterday, we got off literally talking about love, and I'm saying you can't get enough of that conversation. You can't get enough of talking about love, especially the love of God. Right? When we talk about our love for other people, it's one thing, but when we sit down and accept the love from God, it's a whole nother ball game. I tell people until you understand how to accept love from God, you have yet to really pour out love to others the way I feel that you can, right? But you gotta be, I feel our biggest teacher, our best teacher is how the Lord has loved us. And a lot of times we haven't accepted that love, which is why a lot of us don't boldly approach the throne of grace. We don't boldly feel that we believe in our hearts that what we ask it shall be given. We have not accepted the love of God. We have yet to accept that He is our Father. We have yet to accept that the things He do want for us, His will is for us to prosper. His will for us is to have great things. We have yet to accept the love from God. And so I'm clear that he's saying nothing can separate us. This is one of my memory scriptures I'll never forget as a young person that I had to learn. And it was so funny because I would stand up so strong and say it. And no matter where I say it, I still do it. I stand strong to have this as a memory scripture. I mean, because this goes on. No height, no depth, no principalities, no thing present, no things come will separate me from His love. Nothing can separate me from His love, right? So some people shut God out because they feel ashamed of their sins, not knowing that ultimately He desires to love you. This is the place that He wants to get involved with you. So know better. When you know better, you do better. And that's what I'm trying to get you at a space today. So in those times, you need to cling to the assuring word in today's verse. I want you to be confident in God's unfailing, unconditional love. Nothing can separate you from his love. Absolutely nothing. All right, that's it. To our God is it. Alexa, turn off. Oh, Alexa's just not going to do it today. All right, Alexa, turn it down. She said no, she want to keep going. Let me do it. And so I'm glad today that I could do this because I'm in my own studio in my own house, doing my own thing. So yes, you are not a failure. Understand that no matter what you're going through, you are not a loser. No matter what the situation may be, that is not your story. Good afternoon, Pamela. That is not your story. Your story is that with the love of God, I can do all things. And guess what? I tell people my motto song is all I do is win, win, because I know the God that I serve. I know the God that I'm with. I know my Lord and my Savior. So God offers this fresh start. Yesterday, I told you guys, listen, everything new. That was my thing on yesterday. So today, listen, if yesterday wasn't the day, today will be a new day. It becomes a fresh start to accept his love, to accept what he wants and desires for your life. And you will even move different. You'll even check yourself sometimes. What? How am I around here all down and out? Do I know who I am? I am a child of the King. Ma'am, talk to yourself. I am a child of the King, sir. Do you understand who I am? You know, talk to yourself. Remind yourself, who do you belong to? And I'm telling you, you'll be able to get far. I do what I do. I tell people all the time because I understand that the love of God has gotten me as far as I am today. I can tell you today, it wasn't me being so perfect. It is the love of God that has me here today. It is his grace. It is his mercy. I tell people the story all the time about the things that I went through with my mother. But I also have made some decisions, and I also made some bad choices, and I also positioned myself in a way that I couldn't. Me standing here today, I understand that it was not all me. You know what I'm saying? So I give God glory. I give God praise. I thank him for being so amazing and loving me, right? Loving me outside of myself. Good afternoon, Miss Perry. Thanks for getting on. And so, yes, I am excited today because I have someone on here that loves Trakil too, right? And she loves me, but she loves God. And I think for me, she understands the love of God. And because she understands the heart of God, I believe she moved in that space, right? Knowing the love of God, knowing the heart of God, like she just moves in that space. And so yesterday we got on with Talitha, and Talitha was just sharing how, listen, my story ain't like yours, Trakil. My testimony ain't like yours, Trakil. That wasn't my case. I don't give back because I was in such a hard space in life. You know what? I give back because ultimately I know that it feels good, number one. And I know he has kept me, especially when I hear stories like yours, right? Which is why I continue to just be grateful, thankful, and that's it. You know, I love God. So as anybody that's on here that is not a believer, I am okay with you knowing that even the principle of life, you sow a seed, you reap a harvest. And so I would definitely talk more about the appeal after I'm done with our special guest on today. But this whole week, we'll be talking to our guest that has actually either worked in this space of ministry with America's Big Sister with me, or either served in the space with me, but that is who I am pushing to kind of go on live so some of you guys can hear some more things. I tell people all the time, I'm not the person to talk about all the stuff, right? Like people like, you don't brag on yourself. I'm not the person, right? I'm just not going to be that person. I am going to let others speak for the work that we've done because I can't keep up. I'm going to be honest. This is how much we are doing, right? And so at this time, before I bring her in, I'm going to go Instagram. I'm going to go on Instagram Live. Let me see if some of my followers are on there. Maybe they'll talk to me a little more than you guys. So let's get on Instagram where you're at. And so we'll start off with my Instagram Live. There we go. There we go. What? All right, guys. So I'm gonna get loud. You hear me get loud? No, let me stop. Let me not do it. But get my friend in on today. Today, guys, my special guest is Dr. Irishea. Add to the stream. Hello,
Hey, friend.
friend. How are you today?
I am phenomenal. I get to hang out with you today, and
Oh,
I am a benefactor of how you love people. So this is super, super cool.
yeah.
Come
So
on, She-Rose League.
you see, I got it right.
I
I got
love
it.
it.
I got it. I gotta represent. So just say something one more time so Instagram can tell me. Do y'all hear my friend? Because I'm
Hello, hello, hello,
here.
hello.
Oh yes, I got some hearts. Hey, Kay. Hello, hello. Look, now they're coming in. So I'm gonna be saying hi to you guys in a little bit, but I only got a few minutes to have her, and with this few minutes, I want to try to pack it in as much as possible. Most people, I should say, some people know we're friends. Like people kind of know, like
Yeah.
this is my heart right here. So y'all know I love this one. But for those that don't, right, we're gonna act like they don't. Tell the people, when did we meet? Like how long ago have we known each other?
Was it like 2014, I think?
We go up with
February of 2014, I think, is when we met. And our parents really, we passed each other at All Star in Houston because I saw mom. I think that was
okay.
2013. And you
Yes.
went to the car.
Yeah.
And then 2014, she came to a conference here at our church. And she was like, when she decided to come, she said, I know you need to meet my daughter, and my daughter needs to meet you. And we clicked, and we have been rolling ever since. We are, I've given space because you're married now, but we have traveled the world,
Fair.
holidays, all of that. Everybody needs a friend like you. Like they need a friend
Everybody
like
needs a friend like you, friend. Thank you. And so I got people on here like, really? Yes, we've been friends for a very long time.
you. Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that long ago. I still got that first picture that we took together. Once we was at like upstairs eating.
Yeah.
I still got that first picture that we took. But we have, and so some of y'all have seen us outside. Anybody that seen us outside? Yes, y'all have seen us outside before. We've seen people in Vegas like, oh hey. So yes, you are the famous one. You're the famous friend. I tell people all the time when I'm with you, you're the famous friend. We can go places. I remember us being out of the country. I said, this is not real. Somebody was trying to meet at the airport. I said, no, you know what? Hold it. This is unreal. I'm not about, wait a minute. We got to get security on top of security with you. And so I think I went in a space being a little naive, just not knowing that my friend was a little famous in these streets, but we've been able to kind of roll, right? We've been able to roll and
Yeah.
yes, and be safe and it's just been
And
a
support each other. I think that's the thing that most people don't realize. We support each other. So if you're doing something, I'm there supporting you. I'm serving. I'm excited about it. I was just thinking as you were talking, our first vacation that we took out of town, we were filling each other out. Like, can I travel with her? Can I roll with her? We went to Turks and Caicos, and we were doing philanthropic work at that time. And so it's just the story of your life. Remember the books? I got pictures from that. And so normally when we're together, while we're gonna have fun, incorporated in that is some place of sharing the love of God, sharing message of hope, and
yeah.
just sharing goodness with other people, being light. I think that's what our responsibility is, and I'm grateful that I get to do that with you. So yeah.
Listen, so you were there before the America's Big Sister event started, right? We talk about a nonprofit. Most of you guys are getting on. Just excited about being able to now. I think I'm celebrating our sixth year of America's Big Sister Foundation. But you were there in the beginning. And so I remember, and we were talking about it a little bit earlier, one of our first events you showed up, right? No one really kind of, and I think certain spaces, people know you, certain spaces they don't, because you don't walk in like puffed up and I'm here, everybody. I am
No.
Instead, you walking with your head on, like what you need, what you need, what you need. Okay, friend. Okay, all right. Listen, hold on. Don't worry about. Don't pass out the food yet. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna order food. We're gonna pass it out. We're gonna do whatever it takes. But I watched this vision come to pass.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
were both turning 40. And when you turn 40, it's you want to have something significant that you do. And you had this idea of, I want my 40 to be a year that I give back. For my 40th birthday, I want to give back. Like, you even really didn't want any gifts. And thank God for both of our families, because we went to Greece, we went to China, but
yes,
it was important to you that we had this moment with girls in Chicago to give back.
yeah,
And it was an amazing experience. And just to see your heart for girls that don't, have their mother in the home. I've been privileged that my mother was there, and my mother taught me some amazing lessons, and she's a mom, like, but to see those girls that may not have that, and then to see you love on them and gather just a phenomenal women to pour into them.
yes.
I look forward to it every year, of doing something in some kind of way. We're always trying to figure out something creative to do to touch the life of young girls.
And so you have also, we talked yesterday to one of our guests about being kind of that space for Moses, lifting up the arms. And so I just bless God for you, because there's been times when I wanted to tap out, and and I'm like, I can't think of nothing else. And you're like, what do we need to do? What do we need? I remember one time he was like, do we need to contact everybody and ask for somebody? Maybe we can get them to donate pads or something. What do we can do? You remember? And so
I remember, we're gonna do it.
your strategy brain that I love so much, that anytime I'm able to come to the table, I have used your amazing mental space to say, friend, what do you think about this plan? And I think I've done it so much to where I made you. I didn't make you, but you ended up being president of my board.
Look, listen, and it really was just a privilege and an honor. And I think friendship is not just, can we kick it, and can we, have fun times, and,
Yeah,
laugh and have good meals. Can we partner together to make a difference? Because it may not be a passion of my heart like that, but if it's a passion of your heart, it becomes a passion of my heart. You
yeah,
know, when you look at Jonathan and David and their friendship, there was such a covenant that what was important to Jonathan was important to David, and what was important to David was important to Jonathan. And that's just how I've always felt. Like, I know that this is a passion for you. And in times when you wanted to give up, I was like, no, there's some young girl that needs you. There's some girl that needs it, a touch. And like this summer, my father did Love City, and we partnered together so some
yeah,
girls could have that experience, and to see those girls have a ministry moment and really just
yeah,
experience the camp and be there. I'm like, this is why we keep going, because the seeds that you sow today, it makes a difference in their tomorrow.
yeah,
I love the passage that says there are some that water, there's some that plant, but God gives the increase. And that's what we do. We're
yeah,
we're planting seeds, we're watering seeds, so that when they get older and they get grown, they can say, no, I remember when, or I thank somebody for giving me that just nugget. And sometimes it's just simple nuggets, like even when you did the whole business entrepreneur thing with the girls, and they had to present their business plan, and
yeah.
I was amazed at the detail of their plan. And I'm like, if some adults could get this, it's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, friend. Like, you are giving so many. I forgot that event. I forgot about that program. There's been so many things that we've been able to do. I should say, even together, and you kind of being in that space, cheering me on. And I want to just say thank you so much. We talk a lot about like what we've done, and I'm grateful for that. But here's the thing: why do you have the heart to do it? Can we just tap in that space for just 1 second? Why do you have? I know the friendship. I know you love me. I said, but no, like, this is beyond love. Like, you really do come, and I mean, I remember one year you were, God actually placed the organization even heavy on your heart. And so I do want to see, if you could just tap into some moment, like personally, like just why do you give back?
I've been taught to give back. It is the story of my mother and my father. They taught us to give back. And to me, giving is not just what I do when I'm in church, because yes, I'm a tither and I'm a giver of offerings.
Yeah.
But to me, my giving should speak even outside of the four walls of the church. And so, yes, I could give to you with my time, but I am financially supporting. Like, I'm excited. I know you haven't made the push, but I'm already going to send you $1,000
Yeah.
because, I know your goal and I'm supporting you. But I think for me, it's like you said, it's love. If
Mhm.
we're going to really be the light that God has called us to be, and
Yeah.
that's what I tell my church all the time: be light. That means you go in dark places and you make a difference. And it's not always preaching to people, but what have you done? What love have you shown them in action, in making something possible that makes the difference? And so for me, giving is, I like to say it's in my DNA. It's what we do. I'm where I am today because I'm a giver.
Yeah.
I live the life I live because I'm a giver.
Yeah.
And to me, my heart is for single moms. Your heart is for, girls that don't have their moms, but it all works well together so that
Yeah.
we're making an impact on the next generation. And I'm just one of those people. I was a youth pastor for years
Yeah.
that I just don't want to complain about what kids or teens are not doing. I want to be about making a difference. And if, there's an old song that says, if I can touch somebody as I travel along, if I can cheer somebody with a word or a song, if I can tell somebody that they're traveling wrong, then my living has not been in vain. And I just don't want to get to the end and I enjoyed life, but I didn't do something to give back to others so that their life could be a little sweeter and a little better. I want to be light.
Listen, I am the light. Lilyte. Okay. And so being the light is amazing. I love what you said about it being in your DNA. And I think this become a teaching moment for some of those that are listening today. That a lot of times we miss the opportunity to get our young people involved, right? And you are sitting somewhere probably listening and saying to yourself, yes, that's similar to my testimony. I haven't, similar to what I have, it's in my DNA. I saw my grandmother do it. I saw my mother do it. It is just part of who I am. And so I need some of us as parents to reflect. Are we showing that?
Yeah.
Are we showing that, right? Because again, we saw it, but are we now showing our young people that this is what you do? And so regardless of who you give to, I'd say this Giving Tuesday is coming up. Get your young person involved. Have them to look at the website and have them to say, hey, what do you think is something that we should, pour back into? Have them to press the button. Get them involved. Make it a part of their DNA. Because how, like someone said before, I don't even know why I give back. Like it's just what I saw growing up. I know today we don't have the same things that we had back in the day. So, you have you actually have the church pantry still open. A lot of people don't see those church pantries no more, but you have one. And so we can bring some kids to volunteer and be a part of the pantry so they can be a part of what that looks like giving back. You guys do Thanksgiving giveaway, so your ministry is pretty amazing, guys. This is the pastor of New Light, and so the ministry is pretty amazing, because they get a chance to see it.
Yeah,
They get a chance to see it. Chris, come on, tell the people.
listen, this is about you, but
Okay.
is I just don't want to be a church that exists in a community and doesn't touch the community.
Right.
And you've been with me and we've partnered together, which I think that's the beauty of just who we are. 2017, Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah.
And that was your first time being in Houston for a hurricane. And you stayed at my house and you were there and you saw me like checking in on stuff and watching stuff. And that year, remember, Houston was flooded and they called and they broke into our East Campus where Love City is now.
Yeah.
And there was no food, no diapers, nothing. And you could see my heart breaking in the moment. I just remember like, God,
Yeah.
I just can't get anything to them. And so, I vowed that day, I was like, that'll never happen again at that campus. But I want to say thank you, friend, because I went to work. We went to work and you
Yes.
called bro and told bro what we were doing. We had a distribution site in North Houston, South Houston, West Houston, East
Yes.
Houston,
Yes.
and in Beaumont. We had 5 distribution sites. Your brother sent some money to make sure that they were set up so people could get
Wow.
clothes, cleaning supplies,
Remember that.
food, all of that. And we were driving around Houston
Yes.
to make sure every site had what it needed, going to Target, going to wherever we needed to
Yes.
do.
We're back in our bags. Let's go.
But it's just like, I just don't know how, there's and I am a preacher, but there's a story in the Bible about the man that had fell on the wayside. And a lot of times the ones with the title walked by and did nothing. But it
Wow.
was the good Samaritan that began that stopped and cared enough to, the Bible says he poured oil and wine. He gave him money for the innkeeper to take care of his necessity. And to me, when you're blessed, you have a responsibility to be a blessing to others. And so whether it's people giving in our church or people supporting your foundation, and I've had my church support work that you're doing. I
Yes.
think one year was really on my heart to do something for kids that their parents were incarcerated, and
Yes.
you knew them. And I was like, hey, here, let's partner together to get this done,
Yes.
because you can't do it by yourself. When you partner with others that are doing the work, there's greater impact,
Yeah.
greater productivity, and greater change. And so I want to say thank you for riding with me. Harvey, we wrote it out, friend. Remember?
Oh, no, I don't think nobody, nobody would even, like, if I had a camera in the house, like, I know I could talk about how you was like not sleeping and calling and on the phone and pacing and okay, what could we do next? And the brain of yours, it's only so much you could do, and just how you were just like on it, like, no, I cannot let this, I gotta get this done. So of course, again, like you say, as like what you love, I love what you're dealing with, I'm dealing with. I'm like, let me make a phone call. Okay, let me see how I can help. Let me see what I can do. It's just sitting this, but your heart and what you were going through, like I felt it. And so I think that's the connection we have, is being able to feel each other through these processes. But again, knowing each other's heart. Like our heart is just like, listen, we gonna get it done. I'm like, okay, let's put this backpack on. We ain't trying to this cute, cute is cute. We like being cute too.
Yeah.
But there's time for everything, right? And so I'm so grateful. I definitely have ran out of time, but I definitely wanted to get on to just be able to hear your heart while you give back, with the hopes that other people can hear as well. And I'm clear that giving back doesn't have a color, don't have a look, don't have an age, don't have, giving back is truly for all of us to do, right? So I'm just giving people versatility on this space, or in this space, for you guys to hear different people. And so we talking to a pastor who at the end of the day says, hey, I give back in spaces, even my time, my talent, and my treasure outside of just ministry as well. So I'm so grateful for your heart, friend.
Yes, friend. Can I do this real quick? Because I know you're gonna do your appeal, but I just really want to challenge everybody to do something. Like you said, get your child to do something. I remember my mom would have us, before we could go school shopping, we had to clean out our closet and give clothes away. Before we could do Christmas, we knew we were going to get new toys and stuff for Christmas, and we'd have to give something away. And so I'm grateful that I grew up in that environment. But I want you to get your child, give something. Yes, I may be doing $1,000, but your $10 makes a difference. Your $50 makes a difference. It makes a difference. And Tregill Wade Johnson is definitely doing the work. I've watched my friend be in the store with kids to get prom dresses. I'm like, girl, what you doing? She's driving around Houston or Kansas or Chicago, taking girls to the store, making sure they get Christmas stuff. In Miami, I'm like, you're doing it? She's like, yes, it's got to get done. And so if you will get somebody and then tell somebody the work that she's doing,
Yeah.
Don't just sew for yourself, but I need y'all to tell somebody the work that she's doing. I
Absolutely.
want her to hit her goal with ease. Yes,
Yes.
let's do our part. Don't think somebody else will do your part. And
Yeah.
you may not know ever meet the girl that you've impacted, but
Yeah.
there is a record keeper that
Yeah.
keeps a record of all the good that we do. And when we get to heaven, we can rejoice that God knows that we've touched somebody's life. And you never know what that $10, that $20, that $30, that $100 will do to make a difference. And ladies, let me say this. It's not my show, but let me say this. We would
Say it.
spend $100 on an outfit for one event, but we
Yes.
should be able to spend $100 on making sure that a girl who may not have what you have, her life can be impacted. That's our role and responsibility. That's how we really do show the love of God in every situation to all people, all races, all genders, all kind, is that we love through how we give, how we share, and how we encourage others. So I just wanted to be a part of the appeal. You know, you can't have me on there. I can't push for that.
I don't even have to say nothing. We'll just run like how to give. But no, that's so huge. Like telling somebody else about it.
Yeah.
And I tell people now that you've done. I'm not going to interview. I'm not going to ask anybody else. I ain't going to ask them more questions. But I will say this: people wonder why you blessed.
Yeah.
Why is she so blessed? Why do she get? Everybody want to know why. And so hopefully today they hear in your heart. They know why, because God can trust you. God can trust you, man. And so that's what I love, love, love. God can trust you with our relationship. God can trust you with me. I know I am a special jewel of the Lord's.
And so am I.
Yes. And so he's been able to trust us even with the relationships that we have with each other. So I love
I
you.
love you too.
Thank you
You
for
know, our first interaction, you was telling somebody to come ride with us. I was like, "You're riding with me. Who is this?
yes.
Come on, let's go. Everybody come along." Because
Tell
when
us.
Gil opens the door and she walks through it, she bringing everybody that she can with her. And I'm like, "Friend."
You know what? You're not gonna let me let that one. You ain't gonna let me let that one down. Like you just gonna keep on bringing up. That's okay though.
But that shows your heart is that you have been graced. You say I'm famous, but you were famous too. So you have been, and you don't take it like, oh, I can't let you in this. I've had some experiences of a lifetime because when you walked in a door, you were willing to say, come walk with me. And that's really to me what America's Big Sister is saying, I found the way. I found a better opportunity for you, a better way of doing life. Come, let me walk with you through this door. And that really is your heart. And so I'm grateful for every all-star. I know, for every all-star, for every experience that we've had.
Yeah,
It's just your heart that you say, okay, I stepped through the door. I made a way.
yeah.
God's given me the privilege to experience this. I don't want to just see it for myself. I want somebody else to do it. And so, friend, I say keep going. I know it gets tough. The fundraising space is not easy, but y'all, let's close out this year strong because everybody in the fundraiser space doesn't have the kind of heart that you have. And I want to say thank you for having a heart to
Thank
just open the
you.
door for other people. So we're going to declare new doors for you as you've opened the door for others.
Yay!
I didn't mean to make you cry, but you know.
I'm about to take you off right now. I'm done. I'm done with you. This is not supposed to happen. I am the leader of this show. Okay. Y'all, I'm watching. If y'all on Instagram, y'all don't see me deleting. I'm about to delete Facebook, y'all see me. I'm removing her. Bye, friend. Love you. Listen, I removed her off my page, y'all. Cause look, I'm like, wait a minute, we gonna keep on like for real. She about woo. When I tell you it's exactly that, just wanting to pull people with me, wanting people to win with me, wanting people to just experience this life with me. I am so grateful for what God has done and how much love He has for me. So if I can pull somebody with me, little that, and people think I got so much, I'm like, no, well, whatever I have, with the little that I have, I want to bring people up with me. And so, yes, I do get, my husband even told me today, like, okay, we're like, I still got to live a life, right? I'm like, well, no, I gotta focus on this. And so, yes, I'm blessed. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Ebony says she knew the tears was coming. Donna, that's what's beautiful about you. Thank you, cousin. So I am going to just get this real quick. She made the appeal, and so for those that are on, I'll just run the banner. And again, if you are in with me, just say that you're in with me to for this fight that we're in, or should I say for the goal that we're trying to raise. And so back to the thought, I'm raising 10,000. 10,000 is the end of year budget that we do have. And so again, I'm going to be individually reaching out to some of you guys just to see what area you would like to give in. And so with me believing God, I'm so excited. My friend just said, listen, I'm going to do a pledge already of 1,000. And on my list, a lot of times what happened, and I learned this from Apostle, write it down. If you guys showed you who and numbers, write it down and make it plain, right? And so that way I'm able to continue to just keep believing God for the numbers that he give me. So I've been believing God for 3 people to give that 1,000 number. And she says she's one of them. So thank you so much, friend, for your pledge. And for those others that are giving pledges, please, please, please just tell me you in it with me. I'm in it with you, Trigil. I'm in this battle with you, Trigil. And so thank you. She encouraged me on today. But sometimes, somebody got to show you your own heart sometimes, because you be like, I know. I mean, and sometimes you can think about what have you done lately because you try to do something more, but I do believe there's a legacy that God is calling me to leave back. And when I went through what I went through, and as I continue to go through what I go through, you know what? God tells me it's not for me. I'm going through it for the masses. There's so many other people. So I see some people join. I don't know if my people that got off, Lavelle got off. But that's it, guys. So go to America's Big Sisters with an S.com /donation. You can give a donation there. You can also give a donation by texting Giving Tuesday to 54244. And again, you can start giving today for sure. Or you can go to Giveify. We do have a Giveify app. Pull up America's Big Sisters and give there. Cash App seems to be easy for a lot of people. So you could do $ABS F as in Frank, right? Or F as in Foundation 4, ABSF4, and give there. Some of you all have been giving, and I am so grateful. I'll be telling you the celebration day that we'll have, and we will announce everyone's seed that's coming up on November. And so whether it's November 29th or November 30th, it's going to depend. Giving Tuesday ends November 29th at midnight. So you got until then to sow your seed, November 29th at midnight. So more than likely, I'll go live on November 30th to tell you how we have met the budget and how so many people, we went over and beyond the budget, and how so many people blessed. And so I'm excited for that day. In the meantime, I'm going live, hoping to encourage you guys, hoping that something is said and done to even get you in the space of being blessed. All right. All right. Love y'all with the love of God. All right. That's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later.